Hey everyone, this is your girl Sharifa, aka Shree, and welcome to the I'm Good podcast, or in better words, the I Feel Good podcast. If you are new here, welcome to the family. This is a podcast where I explore topics on mental health, physical health, nutrition, and everything in between. So if you're trying to get right and stay right mentally, this is definitely the place you want to be. And wait, before I begin, here's some quick info. Why did I name this podcast I'm Good? Simple. Because as people, from a cultural standpoint, whether we are down or happy, our favorite response to friends, families, or strangers is I'm good, even if we're not. It's completely normal not to feel happy all the time, but in the midst of whatever you go through, the saying I'm good can elaborate to so many different meanings. So yes, this is the place to be, whether you are down, happy, excited, and everything in between. I'm here to dish out knowledge, talk about current topics, and of course, lift you up. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe, share this podcast, leave a review, and tell a friend. Now let's go ahead and get started on today's show. Hey guys, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. And let me explain to you really quick. First of all, for starters, it's free. Yes, I said it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And I know most of you guys have a phone or computer, so it's so easy. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So make sure you download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hey everybody, welcome to the I'm Good podcast. If you are new here, what's good, what's poppin', it's your girl Shree, and thank you so much for joining me again for this week's episode. I hope all of my lovely people had a wonderful weekend. Whenever you listen to this, I hope you are having a wonderful day. And if you're not, hopefully this podcast episode will help cheer you up, give you some pointers on some things that you can do to help lift up your spirits. I want to shout out my I'm Good fam. So shout out to all of my loyal listeners, to my I'm Good fam who listens to this podcast. If not every week, every episode. So if you don't listen to every week, that's okay. But if whoever listens to each episode, listen, shout out to my loyal I'm Good fam. Like, listen, I should give you guys a new name. I should call y'all guys my best friends. You know what? Shout out to all of my besties. So I'm gonna call my I'm Good fam. My I'm Good fam, you guys are literally my best friends, like my best friends. So I'm going to say shout out to all of my besties, aka my I'm Good fam, for tuning in and checking out each podcast episode. If you are new here, you can join the bestie squad. You can join the best friend squad. You can join the I'm Good fam. Listen, we do not bite over here. Love is love. So the more, the merrier. So make sure you guys, if you are new here, stay for a while. Check out the previous episodes. Listen, we got you covered, period. This podcast is sponsored by All Things Shree. Make sure you guys go ahead and head out. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out www.allthingsshree.com. That is an online store where we have apparel that is meant to inspire, uplift. That's meant to inspire and uplift you. That is my online store. That is my baby, my online store. So if you enjoy this podcast and you also want to support my online store, make sure you go ahead and go to www.allthingsshree.com and use promo code I'mGoodFam to get 10% off your entire order. And I am now also offering Shop Pay. So if you don't have all of your money up front, you can also break it up into 4 installments. So yes, y'all. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. And if you are listening to this on an Apple device or Apple podcast, make sure you guys go ahead and leave a rating and review. It is greatly appreciated. It helps this podcast to grow even more. And listen, it's just love. So if you want to know what are some things that you can do, to show love to this podcast and just, to show your thanks for it, you can go ahead and leave a rating review. But if you are listening to this podcast on another platform, that's no problem. You can still go ahead and leave a rating and review on there. I'm not sure what each podcast, there's so many podcast platforms, and I'm Good Podcasts. We're everywhere now. So I'm not sure about every podcast I'm not sure about every podcast platform and what they actually offer in regards to like the rating and review aspect. But I know Apple device has the rating review, but I do know most podcast episodes you can leave like a comment. You can leave like a comment on there, or like I said, you should be able to leave a rating. Also too, make sure you guys go ahead and check out the midweek roll call. If you are unsure of what that is, I bet you my I'm Good fam, my besties, can let you know what that is. What the midweek roll call is. I'm not going to ruin it for you. After you're done listening to this episode, just go to the previous episode. Before this, it's only a minute, and you'll be able to see what the midweek roll call. I want to thank everyone that has tuned into the midweek roll call, as always, because like I said previously, that was something that I just wanted to add in as a bonus segment, and I realized that it was beneficial to a lot of people, and I started recognizing that a lot of people were listening to those episodes. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep it in. So yes, your girl got 2 episodes each week. So I have my midweek roll call, which is released on Wednesdays, and then I have the I'm Good podcast, which is released on Fridays. So listen, you get a double dose of I'm Good fam twice a week. Also too, make sure you guys go ahead and share this podcast if you have an Instagram, a Twitter, a Facebook, whatever you're using, a TikTok. I don't know why I said like that. A TikTok, whatever you're using, make sure you go ahead and share this podcast. It, once again, as well, helps this podcast to grow even more. And listen, this podcast is meant to just help people. I mean, there's nothing else to it. I know I talk about a lot of things from self-development, self-care, health, nutrition. I talk about a whole lot of things. So overall, I would say health, wellness, and self-care is what I generally are my topics. But this podcast, you're not going to learn nothing about things that you can't do for yourself. It's all about the things that you can do for yourself. So it reinforces positive reinforcement and things that you can do for your life, and just to help run it more smooth, to help it run more smoothly, or just things that you can implement or foods that you can eat to feel better mentally, physically, and spiritually. So this week's episode, I want to get into more self-care. I'm going to get back into self-care and self-development, but I'll say self-care. And I want to talk about things that you can do to like declutter your mind and to get your body or your spirit back to where it needs to be. This is a good episode for anyone who feels that they need to recharge. If you feel like, lately you've been feeling like kind of down and you need something like a pick-me-upper, or you just feel like you need to recharge, because I know I'll feel like that a lot of times. And something that I do to recharge myself is I'm like, I kind of need to like lift my vibrations and lift my spirits. I have like a diffuser, so I'll go ahead and get my essential oils. My favorite duo right now is the peppermint and lavender essential oils. So I'll put them in my diffuser, and then I'll let that go, and it has like a little LED light, so I'll let that just shine. So that helps me a lot with raising my vibrations. But so I want to get into like some things that you can do to help like recharge your overall mind, body, and soul. And as I said before, a lot of times, especially around this time in fall, we kind of get into the mode of, just out, not just living, but just not doing. We sometimes get in the mode of just in the habit of just doing, just the act of living, but we're not actually living. Like we're just moving by what we moving by. If that makes sense. It's another word I'm trying to use, and I can't quite think of it. But there's another word that I'm trying to use. But I just want to bring this topic up today, because like I said, I think it is important. I love talking about things such as self-care and self-development, as well as nutrition and health. I just love it. So so we're back into talking about things that you can do to help, declutter your overall space. Just declutter your overall spirit and your mind and body. So the first one on my list is, I would say, try to find or listen to music. Let me put it like that. So go ahead and listen to some music. So whatever it may be for you. But I would say find some music that's soothing. Okay. Now me, I like hip hop and rap, but I don't listen to it like I used to listen to it. So when I was a lot younger, I'm listening to like, hey, yo, like, I mean, yeah, not all the time, but I was listening to hip hop and rap. So that was my thing, listen to hip hop and rap. But as I got older, I'm like, wait a second, what's going on, Shri? I now really, really enjoy jazz music. I feel like when I'm like maybe stressed or I just need something where it's just not like, I feel like with rap and stuff like that, it makes you overthink to some extent. But I feel like with my jazz music, just listening to jazz music is so soothing to me. I feel like it raises my vibrations. I feel recharged. But just listening to some calm jazz music, what? Listen, I'll be like, yes. But so the first thing on my list is listen to some music. Listen to something that makes you feel good. So listen to something that you feel that pierces your soul and just makes you just feel good. Like that's the whole point. I'm Good Podcast, Feel Good Podcast. But like listen to something that makes you feel good. Don't listen to something that's like too wordy and got you all confused and you sit up there trying to figure out what they're saying. Or don't listen to something that's going to give you an attitude. Or don't listen to something that's going to literally bring back memories of like a bad time or a bad relationship. You don't want to do that. Like, for example, I'm thinking of one song that's like very like breakup-ish is like, come home late, thinking you gonna get you some, tapping my shoulder. But like that song is called Heard It All Before. And that song is like very like in your face, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think, and that song is by Sunshine Anderson. So I'm saying songs like that, no, you don't want to listen to songs that's going to get you angry and mad, start thinking about your past or just think about your man or your woman, whatever it is. Like you want to listen to something that's is soothing, that makes you feel good. Another thing that I listen to as well is frequencies. I listen to like frequencies. So, like I have this playlist, it's called a manifest frequency. So it's like different like sounds. It's literally just sounds and frequencies, just different pitches of, you know, sounds. And you can Google it, or YouTube it, YouTube like, positive vibration frequencies, and you'll find some things. And it will really help you. For me, I will say it'll help calm me down and just it helps me to get into like a better headspace. So listen to some music, whatever it gotta be. If it's jazz, if it's R&B. For me, I could do R&B as well. R&B, and I could do neo soul. If it's classical, it could be gospel. That's another thing. I like listen to gospel. But generally, like for me to recharge and just to get really into like, you know, and really into like my mind, body, and soul, I would definitely say like my frequencies and just listen to like some jazz music. That's kind of what really, really helps me to like recharge. The next one on my list is, I would say is meditate. I know I've talked about this before, and I want to let you guys know that meditation does look different for everybody, and even for myself. And I feel like a lot of times, like even when I say meditate or I hear the word meditate, you know, oftentimes we think of meditation as, you know, just sitting in a corner and not listening. Well, sitting in a corner and just like your feet crossed and, you know, your eyes shut, which is definitely a source of meditation nonetheless. But, you know, sometimes think outside the box. So whatever your meditation may be, it could be prayer. It could be listening to music. It could just be you maybe laying down in bed and just closing your eyes. So I would say whatever meditation looks like for you. It could be yoga. For me, like I've been doing yoga recently and I just been loving the way it's been making me feel. So, you know, generally meditation would be like, you know, when you sit in a quiet space and, you know, you're just quiet and you're just kind of taking everything in. Obviously, definitely you can do that way. But, you know, meditation could be also whatever you make it, whatever quiets your soul. So meditation is all about, you know, quieting your soul and just it's also about turning off any thoughts or anything that you have in your mind, but just focusing on the present. The third one on my list is another way that you can, you know, mentally declutter like your overall mind and just recharge your mind, body, and soul, is, you know, to light candles. Y'all, I went to Marshall's and I did not realize how many candles Marshall's had, and they all smell good. Literally, oh my gosh. Like, I mean, literally smell good. And so right now I'm like in a stage of where I'm like, I used to light a candle like years ago. I used to have like a candle, I should say. Okay, so let me put some context behind it. At the time, I was dating a person, and I used to like have like a candle in my place, and I used to light it. So I used to light the candle. We would like light the candle, whatever, and it used to be like a candle that was lit in our place, whatever. But I was always kind of the person that was scary, like, oh my gosh, no, we can't light candles because what if we forget to blow out the candle and then the apartment burns? Like, that was me. And so, like, even, like, right now, and I keep trying to tell myself, get out that fear, but, like, candles are really a good way to kind of just really just soak up, the present moment and just really recharge yourself to make yourself, feel good. So, for me, I was in Marshall's maybe about 2 weeks ago, whatever, and I'm like, yo, there's so many candles, so many candles. And, I mean, they all smell so good, and there's so many good scented candles, especially for fall. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I don't light candles for the reason of, right now I'm at a space where I'm just like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to light this candle. Because I'm like, I don't think I'm going to remember to blow it out. So I'm like, I'm just not going to light the candle. I don't want to cause a fire. But I did buy a candle, and I have a candle warmer, which my friend bought me a couple years ago for Christmas, whatever. And the candle warmer is okay, but it doesn't really, like, I don't know if it's because of the candle, but I don't get the strong smell of a candle as if I was, like, burning it or lighting it. So candles, I'm adding that. I'm adding that to the list as things that you can do to mentally declutter and recharge your mind. I would say you can put candles around you or buy candles, but that's something that I definitely really want to start getting to is lighting candles. So I did buy a candle, and it smells so good. I bought a candle from Marshall's, but I used my candle warmer, but the candle warmer is not cutting it because I can't really smell it. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I think I'm going to start lighting my candles, and listen, I'm just going to remember to blow it out. And I don't think I'm going to forget, but sometimes I feel like, we put fear in ourselves before the thing actually happens. And I think that's what's going on. I'm putting the fear already in my head that I'm going to forget to blow it out. And one thing I'm learning now is that when you put fear already ahead of you, which could be considered as worry, anxiety, you're already causing that thing to happen. So maybe the next time I talk to you guys, maybe I will let you guys know that I lit my first candle. Well, I used to light them back in the day, but since then, maybe I'll let you guys know that I lit my first candle. But yeah, so nonetheless, candles are another great thing to have around you, to really, just recharge your overall mind, body, and soul. Number 4 on my list is affirmations. I know I talk about this all the time, and for my good fam, aka my besties, you guys should know this, that my midweek you guys should know this, that my midweek roll call is literally affirmations. Affirmations are so important. Underrated. No one really talks about affirmations. I feel like now it's getting a little bit more of a buzz. And especially, too, with social media and stuff like that, especially on Instagram, there are pages like affirmation pages. But, yeah, affirmations are very important. And I feel like a lot of times people don't even say that they, speak affirmations. Like, for me, I have, like, affirmations, like, up. But I will literally walk past them and forget to say them. But when I can remember, I'll say my affirmations. Or what I also do is there's like a YouTube. I'm not sure what the YouTube video is called, but it's called I Am Affirmations. And I listen to those in the morning. And the video is about, I want to say close to about 20 to 25 minutes. Y'all, the affirmations are powerful. But I will say it is very important to speak affirmations out loud as well. So you can listen to affirmations, which I do have on this podcast, but also speaking them is important, and people don't understand. Affirmations are so underrated. Like, do you understand like what affirmations can do to your mind, body, and spirit? Like, if you're going through something, you can say, I will get through this. I am a warrior. I am great. I am beyond beautiful. I am smart. I am loving. I am worthy of all my dreams. Positivity flows to and through me. I am abundant. I am love. I am a warrior. I'm going to say that again. I am a warrior. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. That's like one of my favorite scriptures. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. But as you can hear me just say those affirmations, and if you just say those out loud to yourself, affirmations are so powerful. And I can also say too, if there's like a certain area of your life where you feel like you need help with, if it's like finance, there are finance affirmations. Like, I am abundant. Money flows to and through me. Prosperity is right here next to me. I'm making up something right now. But I'm just saying, like, look up stuff. There are finance affirmations. If you have a decline in health, there are affirmations to help you to become mentally strong. If you feel like you're on a new health journey, there are affirmations to help to keep you motivated. Like, there are literally affirmations for every single thing. And affirmations is something about when you say them, man, oh man, that your body and your mind. And like I said before too, you can always listen to affirmations. So like my weekly podcast episodes, the midweek roll call that I release, are affirmations. So you can start listening to affirmations, but there is really, really honestly power in speaking affirmations upon your life. Number 5, another thing that you can do to help mentally declutter your overall environment and your overall mind is to, look into buying plants and placing them in your house, placing them in your home or house or apartment, wherever it may be. For me, my favorite plant right now is the bamboo plant. I feel like it's probably my favorite because it doesn't take, you don't have to really do much to it. It's to the point where I think my bamboo plant needs a little bit of loving. I have 2 bamboo plants and they're turning a little yellow. And I'm like, sis, you need to water it ASAP. Your plant is supposed to be green. So, but I really, really, really love the bamboo plant. Like, I love it. I just love the way it looks. I just love the bamboo plant. But yes, placing plants in your home can definitely uplift your energy. It can make you feel good. It could, make you feel connected to
nature. And if you don't have any children, or if you don't have like any animals or dog or cat or anything like that, just having a plant, something to nurture, is a really great feeling, just to know that you're doing something or caring for something. So plants in your home are also a winner. Number 6, listen, sometimes you just need to declutter. And when I say declutter, I mean, listen, declutter could be whatever it needs to be. Clean up your phone, pictures on your phone, clean up your email, clean up your closet, clean your car, clean whatever. Clean your watch history on YouTube, whatever it may be. Like, a lot of times we allow things to pile up. We're like, oh, that's not a big thing. And we allow things to pile up that we can't see. So our closet might be messy, but we close the closet door and be like, oh, it's fine. Or we might have 10,000 pictures on our phone of nothing, or screenshots or memes. And we're like, well, no one can see that. That's fine. Like, no, it is very, very important. I'm learning this, to like declutter. As much stuff as you can. Like I said, it could be stuff that is like on your computer. It could be computer files. It could just be anything. And just mentally declutter. So these things that I'm giving you today, these tips that I'm giving to you today, are tips to mentally declutter your brain. So clear it out. So I would just like to say, number 6, clear it out. Declutter it all. And then number 7, as I did mention before, something that I like to do to raise my vibrations, to, give myself that energy boost, is I like to use diffusers. So I have an essential oil diffuser. So my favorite scent right now that I like to put together is the peppermint and lavender. So it's very refreshing. But I also do like lavender and cedarwood. Y'all guys, you should try, especially at night, lavender and cedarwood. I got that duo from Bath and Body Works. They used to sell, and I'm kind of mad they don't sell it no more. They used to sell It was part of the aromatherapy collection. It was like a bath scrub, body scrub, and a lotion. It was called Sleep, and it was lavender and cedarwood. But those two essential oils mixed, listen, y'all, child. If you need a good wind me down before you go to sleep, or something that smells good before you go to sleep, that lavender and cedarwood, thank me later. So, using essential oils, there are essential oil roller balls. There's a lot of different things that you can do with essential oils. So I even seen something in Marshall's the other day as well. I was like, I should buy it, but I'm like, no, sis, you need to save your money. But they even have like the essential oil car diffuser, so you could plug it into your car, and then essential oils will just go into the air. And I was like, ooh, I still might get it. Because I used to have, not that I don't get it anymore. I used to get like the little trees, the air freshener trees, and put it in my car to smell good. But if I could do the essential oils for the win. But yeah, so those are 7 tips or 7 things that you can do to like recharge your mind, body, and soul, to lift your vibrations. If you feel like you've been feeling down, or if you feel like you've been in a funk, try at least one of those things. You don't have to try them all. Try at least one of those things. And if you want to try them all, the more the merrier. And there might be some other things that you do already to help, recharge your soul. But I just want to give you guys just some tips on some things that you can do, to help make you feel better. And also, to bonus, you guys already know this, because listen, this is the I'm Good podcast, where we also talk about health and nutrition, eating right. Talk about this all the time. Eating foods that will boost your mood, as well as some form of physical activity, whether it's yoga. Listen, it could be yoga. Having some type of physical activity will definitely also help to raise your vibration. So you already know what time it is, you guys. You already know what time it is. It's time for the quote of the week. Today's quote of the week is, when you are intentional with your energy, it is easier to live in alignment. When you are intentional with your energy, it is easier to live in alignment. All right, I'm good, fam, or my besties. We are now at the end of this week's show, and I hope this information was helpful, insightful, and everything in between. Do not forget, please do not, guys, do not forget to go ahead and subscribe, share this podcast, leave a review, and tell a friend. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a boo, tell your bae, tell your sis, tell your bro, tell your wife, tell your husband. Tell your girlfriend, tell your boyfriend. Okay? Listen, tell somebody. And thank you guys once again so much for tuning in and listening to the I'm Good podcast. And I will see all of you beautiful people next week. Bye-bye.